Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Twile by CZT Lesley Scott-Gilliland. Now, this one is also known as Stoic from Zentangle, and this is a grid pattern, and I will post in the description box a link to kind of to the story, and also to the blog where this was first shown. What happened was apparently the step outs were never done, and I'm drawing. This is a grid pattern, so I'm starting my grid as I'm talking. So, and this is according to Linda Farmer, CZT, on with tanglepatterns.com, and we're going to just do a 4 square here. And she said that, well, you can read the whole story. Long story short, Leslie had submitted this, and then saw the pattern, did the deconstruction so that way we have the step out, and then somehow realized, oh, this was already done by Zentangle, but Zentangle, this was early days, hadn't published or put out step out. So we're just going to call it both because we all feel it's right to pay homage to to something as something like that. So anywho, all right, so you have your grid in whatever space that you're going to do your grid in. Now I have moved to the graphic one because inside each of your grid boxes you're going to put another box, but we're going to just fill it in. So I thought I will go ahead and do that. Now we'll just start off with my graphics one. Well, that's a little off center, but that's all right. And I think, yeah, try to make them center. Now, normally I don't like to make a square, do something like this. I'll use the thicker for filling, unless I'm doing the whole tangle with a thicker pen. And that is because generally you don't get those fine the fine corners from this, obviously. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that as so. But the next steps in this kind of takes care of that, so I'm not worried about it. All right, now next steps. Now, so as you see, I have some kind of bumpy stuff here. I'm not going to worry about that because, like I said, it'll take care of it in this next step. So whichever way your pattern is up, we're going to draw a straight line. We're going to do this for each of the 4 sides of your filled in square, and I'm going to utilize it's kind of like the idea of take off and land. So I'm taking off from this top edge here, and I'm going straight over. Sometimes we do this a lot with orbs, like an orb grid, and we'll kind of follow it around, and so we kind of take off and then we land wherever we're landing. But I like to do it sometimes for things like this because I'm tracing somewhat the top of that, which also gives me an opportunity, if need be, to fix some things. All right, so doing that all on the one side, like so. Turn in the tile. Same thing. So if you find that you need to, raise it, this, like here I have this little bump, so I'm going to incorporate, see that bump? Oh, look at now it has disappeared. It's amazing. It's like magic. And then same thing here, where it's just a little bit bumpy, so I'm taking, as I'm taking the pen and taking that line over, I'm just starting where that bump is and evening it out. And 2, if you've noticed that, something is not squared or not right, you can take the opportunity and use that fill-in course correction to be able to, correct whatever you think you need to correct. Let's see, like this one is kind of at an angle, so we're going to do this, and I think the next one will fix itself there, and we shall see. And it did, and maybe a little add-in dot there. Oops. What did I do? I was talking and I missed this one. All right, and then this one. And that is basically it. So let me share with you some shading thoughts. Now, what Leslie put in her step out And it just looked like this. And so I have a couple of examples, and I will share those. But I'm going to do basically what she had shown, and it was, if you're looking at your colored, your filled in squares, and actually I'm just going to put graphite on, I'm going on either side, because we're going to spread it out. I'm going to just go on, so at the bottom of this rectangle, look at that, oh my goodness, whoops, wrong one. Y'all are probably just going, hey, you missed that. All is found out when you go to shade. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, so I just have this on the one direction. But what I'm going to do is essentially be pulling this graphite down or up, whichever. I should be switching the tile there. Or, yeah, flipping the tile. Let me do that. So I should be putting the point of the tortillon on the line that I don't want to go under. And I'm doing a combination of circles and just pulling it down. And then this one. All right. And there's the last one. Okay, so one direction. And then now let's get the other direction. Same idea. Yes. All of a sudden I thought, oh no. Did I do that in the wrong place? No, I didn't. Okay. Because on her example, excuse me, looked like almost that she had just spread the graphite like in a straight, almost not exactly in a straight line, but you could, as you can see here, you know, just from the way it's shaded, it's kind of all in line with that. And all right, I'm going to leave it just at this, just like this, because that looks kind of neat. But I want to share with you a couple other things. All right, so you can also add in, and let me back this up here. All right, you could add in graphite also where it goes under here. So I did it just like this. But then I also added, so let's see if we're comparing, so like, yeah, right here, so where it's going under this, so I just added a little bit more graphite in some different areas, again, just for the over-under aspect, you know, so like, where was it not over-under? I forget, anyway, I'm like, there's no place where it's not over under. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's another way. Now, she also had pointed out where you could decorate. And so decorating, so as an option, and I see where this, oops, gosh, put you away. Where'd it go? This wasn't completely over. You could just draw a line down the center of all of those rectangles, and look at how neat that looks. And then doing, you know, the same shading. And then also from the blog post that from Zentangle, the patterns, the fabric that they were looking at that inspired Stoic, I think it was called Stoic, it had differing thicknesses of lines. So that's something else that you could do inside. And then, you know, there's a plethora of things that you could use to decorate the inside. But I think this kind of keeps it true to the patterns that they had seen that inspired this. So with that, there's some nice options for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. That's much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this enough that you think you might want to see more, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and then also click on the bell next to it so you can decide what type of notifications that you want. In the description box, as I mentioned, I will have my step out for this, as well as other information that I have. I mentioned the tanglepatterns.com page, as well as the Zentangle blog. I will try to put links in there for those. And then there's also ways to connect with me if you so desire. I do classes every Thursday, free, those will probably continue after all of this mess is over. At the time that I am, you can see the date of the time that this has been uploaded. So, so you know. Anyway, if you wish to connect, that would be lovely. And with that, I'm going to wish you happy tangling.